I am currently following The Artist's Way, the book by Julia Cameron that is supposed to help you find or get back to your creativity. It means that I got to take myself on an artist date every week, and this week I went to a city nearby that I've never been to. I moved here a couple of months ago. I just took the train half an hour to the city, and I went to a secondhand store. I'm going to show you some things that I got. I only bought 4 things, and one is a black t-shirt. It's just a basic t-shirt, but I haven't got it here because it's currently in the washing machine. But I wanted to show you the other things that I got. I got this Stelton milk creamer, Sahnekännchen in German, and I bought this for my parents. One is by Stelton and only €1. And it's completely new. It was in the original package and still packed. I really like it. It's such a cool form. They are going to use it in the garden. And I also got the fitting sugar. Oh my god, what's the German? It's a sugar bowl or a jam pot. But this is completely new. And I think these will be so cool together. And what I also got are 2 books. One is by Liz Monroe. She won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2013, as you can read here. And I've never read a book by her, so I'm excited what this will be about. It was 50 cents. Every book in the store was 50 cents, which is so cool. And then I got a book by Françoise Sagan. I already read Bonjour Tristesse and I think 2 other books by her, but I remember Bonjour Tristesse most vividly. It's also on my summer vacation, and what I really love about secondhand books is that you can see what someone else wrote in the book. Sadly, I cannot read this. I know it seems like it's in German, but I just cannot read this writing out. But this is so beautiful, It's someone wrote this and probably gifted it to someone, or maybe she made some notes about the book, I don't know. But there are no notes inside. But yeah, I got this and Liz Monroe. As we're already talking books, I wanted to talk about the books that I'm currently reading or that I just read and what I want to read next. White Nights by Dostoevsky, and it's my first Dostoevsky because I just wanted to an easy entryway into the classics, and I think this story was very beautiful, very touching. It was I also found it a little bit funny in the beginning how fast everything unfolded, but I think it's just a inquiry into someone allowing themselves to feel hope and to escape their loneliness, that there's an open door that kind of leads to you being able to escape yourself, even if it's just a fleeting moment of hope and in the next second it feels like it's crushed again. It's interesting what this kind of does to us. I read this in English, but I think I will read the next one in German because there's no real reason to read it in English for me. Recently read before I read White Nights, I read M Train by Patti Smith. I borrowed this from the library, but I think I will have to own this copy because in some ways, I read Just Kids, then I read Breed of Angels, and now I read M Train, and it is my favorite, I think, just because she's spending so much, in her book, she's spending most of the time alone. It's about her inner world and how she kind of moves in a world that is still filled, like you can still feel that she's full of grief and trying to write and create, and she's traveling, but she's never really being able to like escape herself. There's also like these descriptions of just drinking coffee and drinking a lot of coffee, like going to places that kind of interest her, and she's just trying to create and just living a very mundane life. And this is kind of inspiring because it's very relatable, and I just like how she's following her passions, or how she's like traveling to these places where like books that she likes take place, and that she's allowing herself to like really insert herself in the art that she's also consuming. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite just because it's a woman on her own dealing with her inner world and showing this to the world. I hope you know kind of what kind of feeling this book has. The reading is Joan Didion, The Year of Magical Thinking. I've never read a Joan Didion book before, but now I will. I already started, so I know that it is a memoir of grief, that her magical thinking is related to the death of her husband. And I started to read this like last year, but I read other books instead. So I'm on page 60, but I'm really intrigued, and I think it's a beautiful way to write. I have this in German because I found it on a flea market. I'll read this one in German, and I have other books of her. Like I ordered a book of her in English. I think I will show you. Lay as It Lays. I love this cover. It's so nice. And I think this is her novel. I also ordered Slouching Towards Bethlehem, but this hasn't arrived yet. So I think I'm going to read The Year of Magical Thinking first, and maybe then I will be like in the mood and wanting to read this next. I'm also very intrigued by reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I also ordered this to my local bookstore, and this is just the most beautiful cover ever. I already talked about this in another vlog, but look at this. It's perfect. It's the perfect kind of floppiness. You see how, if I want to like dive into the universe of Joan Didion as I did with Patti Smith, or if I'm going to go to read Donna Tartt first.